Okay, sorry, I had to end the video earlier, so I'm going to continue from here. Now we have the equation of a line, and now we got to graph it. Right? So it tells us that it's going through this point, and it's parallel to this line. I know parallel lines have equal slopes, and I just figured out my slope. Right, the slope is going to be 4/9. So it's going to go through this point, -1 and 0. So I'm going to put the point there. And then I'm going to use my slope. Go up 4, right 9. And I'm going to go the other way. Down 4, left 9. Once I have those points, I can connect my dots. Right, and that's my line. That's my line that I am graphing. Okay. This one is pretty straightforward. Goes through point -3 and 1 and parallel to y equals 4/3x minus 2. So this one is already in slope-intercept form. It already has that y equals mx plus b form. So I can just look at the formula and figure out my slope. My slope is going to be 4/3. So let's write my equation of a line. It's y minus this 1 equals 4/3 x minus -3. Y minus 1 equals 4/3. And if I simplify, that should be plus 3. -3 and 1 is right here on the graph. And I need to make sure, so these are my equations of a line. I need to make sure it has that slope. So I'm going to go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then right 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And then I also want to go backwards, right? Down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, left 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Connect my dots, and I have my perpendicular. Or, sorry, parallel line. Okay, let's try this one. Perpendicular. We have to remember that perpendicular lines have opposite reciprocal slopes. Sorry, this one's kind of cut out for me. So it's -4x minus 5. I'm just gonna cross that out. So here, my slope is -4. Right, my slope is -4. It's perpendicular. So the line that I'm going to create is perpendicular to this one. If I rewrite this as a fraction, that's -4/1, right? So opposite reciprocal, it's negative. So opposite, my perpendicular line slope is going to be opposite of the negative. So it's going to be positive. Reciprocal means I'm flipping the numbers. So 1/4. So it went from -4/1 to positive 1/4. Okay, so this is my slope. So let me go ahead and write my equation of the line. Y minus -5 equals 1/4 times x minus -2. You could leave it like this. I always like to simplify. Okay, so I'll take either. And then let's graph the point. -2 and -5 is right here. We're going up 1, right 4. Up 1, right 4. Up 1, right 4. I'm going to go backwards. Down 1, left 4. Down 1, left 4. So this is the equation of, or this is the line that we graphed. And then this one, same thing, perpendicular, but now I have a standard form, so I got to turn this into slope-intercept form. So -5x cancels out, 2y comes down. I'm going to divide by 2. -5 cannot be divided by 2, so I'm just going to keep it as a fraction. Same thing here. -11 cannot be divided by 2. I have my slope of this line, right? -5/2. But I want the slope of the perpendicular line. Again, opposite, so it's negative, it's going to turn positive. Reciprocal, so 2/5. And then let's create our line. It's going to be -2, 2/5. And then x minus -3. Y plus 2 equals 2/5. X plus 3. Okay? And then, yeah, what do I do again? -3, -2. Right here. Go up 2, right 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up 2, right 5. And then go up backwards, down 2, left 5. Okay. There you go. And then these, I added these in the study guide, and I might add them in the final because I want you to remember them. Like when you finish geometry, when you move on, you're still going to have these type of questions in the SAT, in the SBAC, in future math classes. So you got to remember them. Okay. We have a right triangle. We have to remember the phrase SOHCAHTOA. Right? SOHCAHTOA. So remember, S is sine, O is H. Sorry, O is opposite, H is hypotenuse. C is cosine, adjacent, hypotenuse. Tangent, opposite, adjacent. Okay? So I'm starting with the angle, and I'm labeling my sides as opposite, adjacent, or hypotenuse. Opposite from the 64 is the 12. X is our hypotenuse. I'm using opposite and hypotenuse. So that's got to be my sine. Sine of 64, it's always the angle in there, equals opposite over hypotenuse. So it's got to be 12 over x. You have to remember when the variable's on the bottom, there's this shortcut that we learned where the x comes on the outside. Okay, and then plug this in the calculator. I have a calculator near me. Here's my phone. You're going to get, let's see, 12 divided by sine 64. You get 13.4 when you round it. Okay. Let's do the other ones. Ooh, spoilers. Sorry. Spoilers. Anything else? Oops. Spoilers. Okay. Let's do this one. Angle is 40 degrees. I'm labeling my sides, opposite and adjacent. I'm just gonna this is review. You should know how to do this. I'm gonna kind of speed through them. Opposite, adjacent, that's tangent of 40 degrees equals opposite over adjacent. X is on the top now. This is x divided by 17. I need to multiply by 17 on both sides. What do I get here? It should be 14.3. I just plugged in 17, tan, 40 in the calculator. Okay, one more time. This is hypotenuse. This is adjacent. We're using cos. SOHCAHTOA. 56 equals 19 over x. X is on the bottom again, so I'm swapping them out. So 19. Divided by cos 56. This one's 33.9775, and it goes on. 9 is the tens place. Number next to it is 7. So that means I'm going to round up, but if we go up, then it changes the 3. So it's going to be 34.0. Okay, cool. Number 9's done. Okay, let's finish this up. Volume. Again, volume is always going to be important. We have to remember some of these volume formulas, but it's only 2 things, right? Volume is equal to either 1/3 capital BH or just capital BH. Capital B is area of the base. And then height, H is the height. It's not just the base, area of the base. For the pointy shapes, right, the ones that have an apex, the pyramids and the cones, those are going to be 1/3. Right? Because we learned in the lessons in the book that it takes 3 pyramids to make 1 prism. So the volume of a pyramid is 1/3 of the prism, okay? And then the other ones are just the regular capital B times H. Cylinder, rectangular prism, triangular prism, all that stuff. Okay, so we're going to use this one here. 1/3 capital BH. The only thing we just need to remember is what is my area of the base? Now I'm asking myself, what's my base shape here? It's this rectangle, right triangle. And the area of a triangle, I should know by now, is 1/2 times base times height. This is where it gets a little bit confusing because now we have 2 heights. This height is the height of the triangle. This one is the height of the pyramid. So I see my triangle here. It helps to kind of redraw the triangle. Okay. And you could draw it however you want. You could draw it like that. You could draw it like this. Doesn't really matter. Okay. But when I look at this one, which one's the base? Yeah, it's going to be 6, right? Which one's the height? 8. Okay. So the base and the height were 6 and 8. If I looked at this triangle, the base would be 8 and the height would be 6. So it doesn't really matter how you draw it. We just know that we're not using this 10, okay? We're not using the 10 hypotenuse. And then what's the height of the pyramid? Yeah, it should be 11. Okay, so when you multiply all of these numbers out, you should get 88. 88. Okay, next one. This is a cylinder. Ooh, I should put the names. Triangular pyramid. This is a cylinder. The volume of a cylinder is capital B times H. Again, what's the area of the base? My base shape is a circle here. My base shape is a circle. The area of a circle formula, pi r squared, is pi r squared, okay? The radius is 8. Height is 10. I'm going to plug this in a calculator. Oh, pi 8 times 8 times 10. It's going to be 2010.6. 2010.6. Okay. Let's keep going. This one is a triangular prism. Do not get confused with triangular pyramid and prism. Okay. Volume is equal to, this one is capital B times H. Again, I'm asking myself, what is the base shape here? What is the base shape here? It's going to be this one right here, this triangle at the bottom. So I already know my area of the triangle, 1/2 times base times height. Okay. Again, I'm going to redraw my triangle. It's actually the same one. I didn't realize. It's 10, 8, 6. So I'm just going to do the same thing. And then my height here of the prism is 3. because that's the distance. That's kind of like how tall the prism is, right? I was using this example in class. If I'm stacking 3 pizzas on top of each other, the height of the 3 pizzas is just 3, right? This one should be 24 times 3, that's 72. This one, it's a pyramid again, but what kind of pyramid? Right? What kind of pyramid? I have a rectangle at the bottom, so it's going to be a rectangular pyramid. Rectangular pyramid. Okay. So pyramid again is 1 over 3. Capital BH. What's my capital B? It's a rectangle this time. Right? Rectangle, the area of a rectangle, just length times width. Right? What's the length and the width of the rectangle? 9 and 4, and then the height is 7. So this one's 3 times 4, 12 times 7, 84. Yeah. Last one. This one's a cone. Again, it comes to a point. It has an apex. So that's going to be 1 over 3 times base area of the base times height. Area of the base. What's the base shape here? It's a circle. So again, that's going to be pi r squared. Pi r squared. And then the height is, yeah, you can kind of see. Radius is 7. Height is 14. So if you plug this in, we should get 1 divided by 3 times 14 times 49. 718.4. Okay. I went fast on some of these questions, but some of them you should already know, right? So I'm just kind of reviewing it just so you could use it to help you study. Remember, this is to help you study, not to copy the study guide down and just get points for it. I'm making these videos so that, you can learn from me, not learn from AI, or not copy off your friends. So please use this video wisely. Study well. I believe in you. You're going to do great. Okay. See you in class. Bye-bye.